But I just have never given up, and the results are amazing, just amazing. It's been a tremendous miracle and a life-saving experience for me. On May 6, 2011, I was visiting my son in southern Utah, and he wanted to go ATV riding. You know, you're out there in the desert, and we rode for about a half hour, and there was a gully or a cavern. So I was going down a hill very carefully. As you know, I thought to myself, I don't want to fall. And the next thing I knew, I was off to the side. My left foot was out, and I was putting it into the ground to slow down. And as I came to the bottom of the hill, I thought, you know, I'm going to stop. And that's the last thing I remember. My son, Frankie, told me that when I got to the bottom of the hill, the ATV flipped me. I landed on the ground, and then the ATV landed on me. And he took it off me. And, you know, he saved my life. I woke up 4 to 5 days later. I was in a coma, and I woke up tied down and intubated. I had no idea where I was. The doctors and the residents told me that I had a really serious burst fracture of my lumbar vertebrae, had spinal cord damage. I'd lost about 3,000 cc's of blood. It was a 6 to 8 hour operation. And I know the doctor had told my son that I wouldn't run again.
When we first started back in September, Frank could not walk without the walker. Our doctors had told him they weren't real sure how far he would go, how much he would recover, how much function he would regain. And I saw his potential right out of the chute. Traditional therapy programs sometimes just aren't quite enough to push somebody over that edge. And Frank was here 3 times a week for 3 hours a day. That is far beyond what the traditional therapy would be.
It's a miracle. I mean, I went from coming in a walker to jogging 10 minutes nonstop.
Yeah, the first time that Frank ran, we actually ran down our runway in the hallway. He was running with myself and Mike Lean, and we got into the hallway and Frank started crying because it's the first time he was told he would never run again.
They said go, and I started to jog, and wow, it was easy. I'll tell you, the first mile was a breeze. Got to 2 miles, I said, you know, I'm gonna make this. I mean, my cardio was awesome. I never got short of breath. You know, a year ago, I was starting to use a cane. I mean, essentially, I was with a walker. And anytime I would go out, I'd have to go in a wheelchair. Couldn't drive, wasn't allowed to drive. And just thanks for helping me get to the point that I can have a life. This was more than a race. This was a victory over almost dying. You know, the race is a race, but this is like a rebirth, you know? I've been reborn in this last year, and boy, it feels good. It feels real good.